Good morning, YouTubers, and thank you for watching my channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. If you have any questions or comments, please put that below and I will definitely read them and get back to you. Today we are testing out the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry Palette. I've been so excited to try this out. That is actually what I'm currently wearing. Not sure if you could tell with the quality on my phone, but this is what I did today. And here is the inside of the palette, which I kind of made a mess with it. All right, and I did a swatch test already on my arms, so we're going to go over the colors here. We have, let's see if we can get this angled right. All right, so first things first, if I can get this to focus, we have the first one right here called Fresh. It's actually a very pale color, just like my skin tone, so you can't really see it, but it's almost like a white color with a hint of pink. Then our second color, we have Pearl here, which is just a really light shimmer. It's like a light pink shimmer. Our third color, we have Steampunk, which is this one right here. And then next one, we have Rose Quartz right down here. I really like this one. I'm actually wearing that at the moment. Then we have Ember. And one of my favorites that really drew me to the palette was Bloom. It's like a coral color, like a bright coral with a little more pink than normal. And then we have Birch, which is another one of the colors I'm wearing. Then we have Cinder down here, which is another shimmer color. And then the next one we have is Twig, which is kind of like a taupe color. I guess that's how you say that. Not sure if you could see that very well. And then the last one down here is Teak, T-E-A-K, Teak, and that is another shimmer as well, which is very similar to this one here called Cinder. So those two are very close. I think Cinder has a little more shimmer in it. So there are those colors. And then the remaining colors we have here, starting at the top, is Dystopian. I guess that's how you say that. And then the next one below is I guess like a grayish shimmer called Cyborg. And then the next one down we have Slate, which is a really pretty gray color with a little bit of brown in it. And then of course we have the black one below that looks like Noor. Yeah, I guess that's how you say that. And that's another thing that drew me to the palette. I like the fact that there are shimmers mixed in with some mattes. And they have the, like that random orange there, the Bloom with the black and then the shimmers. That just, to me, throws it all together. You have a little bit of everything. So you could use it for a good smoky eye, girls' night out, whatever. And I want to say there was a good bit of fallout with this particular palette. So definitely plan to do your foundation and concealer and all that afterwards. After putting the eyeshadow on, or you're going to end up doing what I did and have to put more concealer underneath because of the amount of fallout. I did try something new today. I actually used regular tape, like Scotch tape along here to get the look going that I have. So first thing I did was, let's see, these are the brushes that I used today. Let me grab those. The Jaclyn Hill Morph brushes is what I used to apply this today. I used the, let's see, JH09 brush to put Fresh on all over from underneath the eyebrow down to the eyelid. And if you're anything like me, you struggle every time you put eyeshadow on, because I have the really low brow bones and the hooded eyelids. So eyeshadow was always like really hard for me, but I've learned a lot of tips and tricks from great friends and from YouTube videos. Some of my favorite YouTube videos I follow is Jeffree Star, of course, and James Charles. And I actually learned a lot about makeup products in general, as far as like brands and what's best and what's really bad for your skin, from my good friend Tara Robertson and from Emma Fonte. They are definitely some big inspirations for me. They got me into the whole skincare and makeup routine that I didn't realize I needed, because I was doing makeup all wrong. Now, before I ramble here, next thing that I used was the JH30 brush to apply birch. And I did the crease with this one. The third brush that I used was the JH32. And I applied twig to this outer area here. And then I used the JH33 brush to apply Dystopian, which is the really deep dark brown in the palette. It's the deepest brown, and I just kind of did along the tape on the sides. And then which one did I use next? The next one that I used was JH41. It's kind of like a flat brush, but it's still kind of puffy. And I used Pearl for this one, and I just applied it to the center part here, just to lighten it up a little bit. Then I next applied with the JH40. Let's see, which one did I use for that one? I used Bloom, which is that orangey color that you're seeing in the center there. And I kind of did that on top of the shimmer and blended that out with a bigger brush. And that's another thing that I learned is do not try to blend out your colors with the same brush that you're trying to put the pigment on with, because you're just going to end up overdoing it, or with more fallout, or just look like a big mess. It just doesn't look pretty. So anytime you're blending, use a different brush than the color you're applying with. Let's see here. The JH43, the flat brush, it's very thin. A lot of people use this for brows, eyeliner, and this makes like a really good solid liner brush for eyeshadow, because some people like to do their liner with just eyeshadow. They don't actually use eyeliner over top. This brush is perfect for that, and I end up using the Dystopian for this one as well to get that perfect line going there against the tape. So it kind of like guided me along with my freehanding, the liquid eyeliner, which was extremely helpful, by the way, because I always was terrible at freehanding, and I'm getting better with it, but it was nice having that guide with the eyeshadow. And then I have the JH39 brush, which I applied Pearl, again, over top of that Bloom, which is that orangey color, that coral color, and just kind of blended all of that out. So that way I had a good bit of shimmer all over, and that way nothing was too bold or, like way too dark, because with my fair skin and light colored eyes, I don't want too dark of an eye going. So I like how the shimmer turned out on top of the Bloom. And then the last brush I have is the JH42, and I just kind of went over certain areas that needed touched up, like under my brow bone. I took the Fresh and the Pearl, which are two of the lightest colors in the palette. One's a shimmer, one's a matte, and just kind of highlighted underneath here, so that way it pulls everything together and that way it's not too dark all the way at the top like it was previously. Again, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry Palette. And if you have any questions or comments, like I said, please put them below and I will get back to those as soon as I can. As far as the rest of my face, I tried something new today. I did order a Smashbox Photo Finish primer set. And it's just like a little trial size box that you can give everything a try and see if you like it. Well, I definitely did like it. Let me pull these out here. All right, so we have the Pore Minimizer one here. Don't know if you could see that. If it'll focus. There we go. And then we have the Smooth and Blur, which I absolutely loved the feeling of this one. It reminded me a lot of Bare Minerals, the Prime Time. So that's definitely going to be one of my favorites. And then we have the Primer and Moisturizer in one. And then this one can be used as a priming spray, which I've never heard of. Oh, that's out of focus. And it could also be used as a finishing spray. So that's what came in that box. I like that it's a nice little trial size that they have, and that's what I used to prime my face today. Other than I also used before the eyeshadow to prime my eyes with, I used the Urban Decay primer. Definitely one of my favorites because I want to say, like I said, with the hooded eyelids, the low brow bones, my eyeshadow would always clump up, or the color would it would crease so bad in my eyes, and I have like really wrinkly eyelids. So this is like a huge help. This is just a little sample size I got from Sephora. But it is definitely one of my favorite primers. And then, let's see what else here. I used the It Cosmetics CC Cream with SPF 50 in shade Fair. And that is currently what I'm wearing. It's full coverage, color correcting, anti-aging, hydrating serum. I definitely really like it. It's not as full coverage as some of the Bare Minerals that I've used, but I definitely like it and my face doesn't break out from it, and I do have a lot of acne. Let's see what else. On top of that, I have the Bare Minerals Blemish Remedy on, and then, which that's just a powder, and I used my Morphe Jaclyn Hill face brushes to apply this stuff. These here, which are awesome by the way. I used the JH02 to put on the Blemish Remedy. And then, let's see here. I used the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil and applied that with the JH03 brush, which it would have been nice to use a little bit looser brush for Mineral Veil, but I just kind of went with it. I still have a lot to learn about the brushes, what to use them for and everything. I'm no makeup expert. I have a lot to learn. But I have learned a lot from people that, you know, they've been working with makeup and skincare for a while now. And like I said, I'm just obsessed with watching Jeffree Star and James Charles do their makeup. So I've learned a lot of tips and tricks from them, and then a couple other random YouTubers I've come across over the years. And then with the JH04 Jaclyn Hill Morphe brush, I applied the Bare Minerals Warmth along here, and that actually helps, you know, if you do it along this area here. I have a round face. It actually helps kind of like slim my face down because I have that round face shape. And then another Bare Minerals product, the Invisible Glow, which is for fair to light. And it even comes with a nice little picture there of how to highlight your face. Like I said, this is the Invisible Glow, and it actually goes on really light. So if you're not looking for a really bold shimmer as far as a highlighter, that gives you that really natural look. And I applied that with the JH07. And I just, put that along this area of my forehead, down the center of my nose, across the vermilion border, and, those little lines there, that's what that is. And this area of my chin, and then the top of my bones here, my cheekbones. And then, like I said, I tried something new today. I used the Scotch tape just along here to get my eyeshadow going the way I wanted it. There was just a lot of fallout, so normally I have those little like pad things, those circular pads to go under my eyes. I actually ran out of those and had to order more, and decided to just try the Scotch tape trick, and it worked. It actually did really good. As far as skin, it is wintertime here in the north, and Vaseline lip therapy has been a lifesaver for me because I have really dry skin, and it definitely helps with chapped lips pretty quickly. And I was able to get away with, using that to moisturize my lips, so that way I could put on the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss and Saint Tropez, I guess that's how you say it. Sorry if I'm wrong. And then as far as eyebrows, I still prefer pencils more than anything. Let's see here. I have the Maybelline New York Define a Brow, and I just kind of drew that on real quick. And then as far as, let's see here, my concealer, we have just a cheap CoverGirl concealer called Clean Invisible Concealer. That I put underneath to try and hide all the fallout that I had and made a mess with, as well as the Cover Fix or Cover FX and Translucent Light. As far as mascara, I'm using Benefit They Are Real. And I don't curl my eyelashes, absolutely hate it, so I like this mascara. It did pretty well for me because I have really baby, tiny eyelashes. And then I used the Tarte Maneater eyeliner today, the liquid liner, and it's like a pen. I'll show you here. It's like really fine. And then another one of my favorites is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, which I need to do. So again, thank you so much for watching. This is my first video, so it's not the greatest, but I hope you learned something or saw something you liked. Again, if you have any questions, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.